Did you get any more listings?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'm working on it. I had a couple good conversations. One of them was a man. He lives in Michigan. He's moving here. He's tired of the snow. He's retiring here, but when that initial phone call, I picked up the phone and I pressed 1 to talk to him, and he was like, wow, that was fast, like I wasn't expecting that. I said yes sir. I said my phone, Valley Home Search is my team's website, and I said when you register it calls me and says, would you like to talk to Raymond Wheeler? And I said, heck yes, I want to talk to you. So we had a good conversation. So he's looking to move sometimes in the next 6 months. But he asked a lot of really good questions about Arizona, about living here and things like that. And we had a good conversation.
That's exciting. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So you're kind of made a little humorous joke about it, right? Heck yeah, I want to talk to you.
I want to talk to you, Raymond Wheeler. And he kind of chuckled on the other end, he laughed, and I was like, so then we started talking, and it was a good conversation. Had another good conversation with a lady, and her daughter is looking to buy a home in Ahwatukee area. And she said, we're just so sad. We didn't, we're working with an agent, but we're not getting offers accepted. And I said, how's things going with that agent? And she says, well, I don't feel like he cares about us.
Oh, okay.
It's like, oh, okay. All right.
Okay. Wow.
Well, I would love to help you. And
absolutely.
So I had a good conversation with her as well. And I'm doing some follow-up with some people today. So
awesome. All right, very good. All right, guys. So today's agenda, we are going to be talking about lead follow-up, right? Follow-up. I love follow-up. I think all of us should be married to Mr. or Mrs. Follow-up, because that's where we're going to make our money. That's where the fortune is going to be made, is in follow-up. Okay, guys? So let me pull up these slides, our follow-up system, okay? So the fortune is in follow-up. And I love that quote. I think I took it from someone, so it was not something that I created, full disclosure. I stole it. But here's what you guys, want to do every time you get a lead, or let's say you come across a lead from maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or 3 months ago, right? What you want to do is you want to implement this system right here. Okay, and what is a system? At the end, the system is something that is duplicatable. A system that's something that you can basically set and follow to get the really good results. And I love about this, and this is something that I've done in my first, I would say about 2 to 3 years working the online leads. Now, certain things I did not do initially. Like, for example, the video text, I didn't do the video text, but that's something you definitely want to do it as well, because I believe that video text is going to help you to get more people that are going to respond. So let's start, guys. So the first thing is, obviously, most of you here are generating leads. Most of you are getting leads pretty much on a daily basis, right? The first thing that you want to do is you want to call that lead immediately. Call that lead immediately. Okay, like for example, Kelly, you just mentioned right now, you got a lead, you call that lead, right? And the guy's like, whoa, that was fast. I didn't expect that, right? And then you're like, oh yeah, of course I want to talk to somebody by the name of, what's his name? Wayne what?
Raymond Wheeler.
Raymond Wheeler, right? I'm going to speak to somebody from Michigan, right?
Right.
So good conversation with Raymond. You almost kind of like you broke the ice, right? You broke little like, hey, why are you calling me? Like, that's kind of creepy, right? But
Yes,
you're making a kind of joke out of it. Like, boom, he tells you that he's planning to move here in about 5 to 6 months, right?
yes,
So now he's going to remember you. You're going to remember him. You now have to follow up with him. And 5, 6 months from now, which is going to be July, August timeframe, you got a client for life.
yeah,
Okay. So we want to call every single lead that comes in right away. Another reason you want to call them right away, guys, is because you're catching them in the act, right? So they're right there on the website. They're right there using their phone and scrolling down, right? They're using their laptop, they're using their computer, right? And you're catching them in the act. They're not busy doing something else. They're not busy cooking dinner, right? They're not watching TV. They may be watching TV, but what they're doing is they're going through the properties. Okay. And when you call them right there, most likely there's a good chance that we'll have a conversation with you. They'll be talkative with you, unless, of course, they're in the middle of something else, like they're working, right? Or there's something else going on. So calling them immediately is probably one of the key things that you want to do. You want to implement in your routine. As soon as you get a lead, take that lead, have a conversation. Now, are you going to have a conversation with every single one of them? Absolutely not. I would bet to say that about 50% of them will either not answer or they'll tell you, you know what, I'm busy right now, call me back. But you're going to have the other 50%, or even let's say 40%, or even 30%, or 20% that will find your phone call very appreciative, like Wayne did. Okay, so you call it immediately. If they don't answer, what you want to do is you want to call again. So if they don't answer, call second time right away. So 2 phone calls back to back. Who's here calling the brand new lead twice in a row? No one? I know Susan is calling that lead. Right, Susan?
I am.
Susan, I'm here. I'm here. Susan, I'm here. Not there, Susan. I'm here. Okay. All right. So what we want to do is we want to call the lead. By the way, there's going to be a little pop quiz at the end. There's going to be homework at the end. So you guys got to remember this. I'm not going to show these slides again. I'm going to test you on this. Okay. So happy Monday, everyone, by the way. Happy Monday. Did you see my quote this morning? No?
Yes.
Did you see my quote? Who saw my quote today?
50% of what was it?
50% of the success.
Yes, it's just
Okay.
showing up.
Right. It's just showing up, correct? The fact that you showed up to 9 o'clock to listen me, right there, it's 50% success. Right there. Okay. So I know it's Monday. I know you guys all had a pretty good weekend. I know some of you partied and drinking and eating and had a wonderful time, but it's Monday, right? And 50% of your success is just show up. Just show up. You're showing up. We got Suzanne here. We got Ricardo here. We got Kelly here. We got Angela here, even though I cannot see Angela. I haven't seen Angela for a long time. And every time she's giving me the same excuse, her camera doesn't work. But hopefully one of these days I'll send you a nice camera. I see Samantha. Samantha, good morning. I'm seeing Parker, Josh, and I'm seeing Martha. Look at that. I see everyone. It's a beautiful day outside, right? And this day today is an opportune time for us to make some what? Make some connections, build some relationships, help some money, help some people, and make some money. We make money. Why do we want to be rich, guys? What is the reason? What is the purpose? What is the purpose?
So we can live better. So we can live better.
Yes, you can live better, right?
Yeah.
The whole purpose of being rich is because then you do what you want to do, when you want to do it, who do you want to do it, and ultimately being rich, being wealthy, at the end of the day means you have freedom. You can do whatever frick you want to do. So this right here can make you very rich, because from my experience doing this 8 years, majority of my business, like clients, came from follow-up. I would say about 90% of them came from follow-up. I would probably put a wager on it and say, Alberto, majority of your clients, Alberto, came from follow-up, rigorous follow-up.
Absolutely.
Parker, majority of your business coming from follow-up. Martha, majority of your business come from follow-up. Follow-up.
Come on. Can my dad swing back to grab the cards? No.
Yep, we're gonna grab some cards. Okay. All right. So we call immediately. So you get a lead, you call immediately. If no answer, call again, second time. If no answer, what you want to do is you want to send a text. Ideally, and I think that's really going to be able to set you apart from many other agents. Many other agents will maybe probably send a text, send an email, maybe possibly leave a message. But if you can just create an evergreen video, literally a 10, 15, 20-second video, and it's in your phone, it's stored as one of your favorites, and you just text that video to them, man, I mean, your response rate are going to go through the roof. Especially if you're good looking, like Susan, Martha, Samantha, Kelly, Angela. I mean, we guys are like, nah, we're not doing that unless we put lots of makeup, you know. But ladies, my gosh, do a video or 2 or 3 like that. You send them every time, it works. Okay, so call immediately, no answer, call again, no answer, text, ideally video text. Simple, right? Simple. Now, you want to continue doing that. If they're not answering, and here's the kicker, there are going to be a lot of them that may not be answering right away. You got to follow this routine for 7 days. 7 days. Okay, 7 days, at least once every day. You call them, you text them, video text. But again, calling and texting probably would be the best way to go about it. You can also incorporate the video for 7 days. How many people,
Same lead.
Beautiful people here, are actually doing this for 7 days straight?
You're talking about the same lead?
Yeah. Yeah, man. How often? See, for you guys, that's gonna be a game changer. You do this 7 days in a row. Here's what happens. They join your website. They're also probably joined. They have 2, 3 other websites that they joined. And what do you think those websites are doing? Those websites are doing exactly the same thing that we're doing. Different flavor, but the same thing. Okay, so they're sending emails, they're sending text messages. You may have an agent, right, who's sending text messages and calling as well. There's a good chance of that. So what's going to separate you is your persistency, is your consistency. You got to have a system of place. So you do it 7 days in a row. Also, in addition to that, if you guys feel like this lead is fairly active, very active, right? And they're looking at these amazing properties and you know you can help them, right? What you want to do is on day 1 or 2, look them up on Facebook or Instagram, friend them, and then DM them.
Oh, damn. All right.
Why not? Another thing, and I used to do this, by the way, I used to do this. I didn't do this, but I used to do this. I used to have my assistant send out physical their actual addresses. If I find their actual address, I will send them a handwritten note with my business card. Now, this may be a challenge just because the fact that a lot of times they're going to be out of state, a lot of times you're not going to have their information. that's okay. But let's say you do have a conversation with them and you find out their information, like their physical address. And the way you do it is like, hey, by the way, is it okay for me just to send you my information? Yeah, absolutely, great. What's your address? I would like to send you something in the mail. You send them a really nice written note, a business card, a thank you card in the mail. After 7 days of attempts, if there are no responses, follow up with them every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Okay.
Every 2 weeks.
What would you say
Yeah.
in the note? What do you usually put in that note?
In the notes, tell them like, you know what, try to connect with them in the last 7 days, no response. During that time, keep in mind, Alexa, if you're on Alexa system, Alexa is still working, okay? You're also, they're also gonna get emails and text messages from our 6-month no contact email campaigns and text campaigns. So that's part of the process. Okay, any questions about this, guys, right here?
Hey, Ellen, I think what Sam was asking is,
Yeah.
what do you say in your handwritten note?
Oh, what are you saying? A handwritten
Yeah.
note? If you never spoke to them, you basically say, hi, my name is Sam. I'm with Best Homes Real Estate. You joined our website, valleyhomesearch.com. I know that things are a little bit tough out there right now, maybe limited inventory, but I believe I can definitely get the job done and helping you to find your next home. Here's my contact information. Would love to learn more about your real estate plans. Call me at 623-261-1866. And by the way, what I did is I actually shared some of these samples with you guys that you can utilize, right? So for example, this is the video text. This is what we call an evergreen video text. So we don't put like a name in here, okay? Hey, you can say hi or hey, thank you so much for joining our website, valleyhomesearch.com. My name is Kelly with Best Homes Real Estate. I'm excited to learn more about your home search and would love to have an opportunity to assist you with your real estate needs. When can we chat this week? That's a video. I mean, literally, how long will it take you to record this video? 10 seconds? Right? And you want to end the video by saying, when can we chat this week? Like I did a couple of different ones. Like I did videos where I say, hey, my phone number is 623-261-1866. Please call me. But it's like, please call me. Instead, I'm asking them, hey, when can we chat this week? So they can respond, say, oh, we can chat today or tomorrow or this weekend. So what you guys want to do is you want to record this video, have it in your phone, and every time when you're trying to get a hold of the lead, the new lead comes in, right? You text this video to them. You don't have to record it every single time. It's there for you. When you're doing this video, obviously, standing up is better, high energy, smiling, like you really, truly want to be there and you're really trying to help them. You don't want to send a video where you're like, shit, I just had like a 2-pound burrito and, you know, I have no energy. My whole energies are here in my belly, you know? No, you don't want to do that. Or you don't want to make that video after you had like a really bad phone call with a lead, right? You want to have lots of energy, lots of positivity. You're smiling, you're exuding confidence, and you're letting them know you're here to help them. Okay. Any questions about the video text?
Is there
All right.
is there the best like background to use or area to use? Should we be outside? Should we be inside? What do you think?
I think for the initial video, it has to be almost kind of like an office environment. You know, knowing that, hey, you know, I'm a real estate agent, I'm a professional, I work from the office. And this way they know you're actually like a real, oh, if you do it like in front of our Best Homes logo in our office, that right there, I think is a good shot. But ultimately, it's whatever you want to do it like. Like I would probably don't do it in a car, you know, but you can do it outside if you want to. I mean, you can do it at home if you have a home office, that's perfectly fine. But do it somewhere at least where they can see that you're affiliated with a company. Okay. All right, so that's the video text message. Okay, so the text message is to the point. Hi, name. Hey, Robert, or hi, Robert. It's Kelly with Valley Home Search / Best Homes Real Estate. We always want to put our brokerage name. I noticed you viewed the house on 1234 East Maple Street, smiley face. I can show it to you today or tomorrow or Wednesday. Which day works for you better? So if, let's say, for example, they signed up early in the morning, you can say, I'd show it today. If they signed up like at 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening, you can say, I can show it to you tomorrow or Wednesday. Which day works for you better? So take a look at this text. What are you guys noticing in this text?
You're asking an open-ended question.
That's right.
Saying, when can I show it to you, rather than can I show it to you?
Exactly.
Can I show it to you is closed-ended. It's a yes or no answer.
Correct. Correct. I can show it to you today or tomorrow or Wednesday, right? I'm taking the initiative, right? I can show it to you because ultimately, what does the buyer really wants to do? They want to see the house, right? Okay, and we're just getting to the point. Hey, we're gonna, you know, I can show it to you today or tomorrow.
You're providing value. You're telling them what you can do.
Correct. Correct. We're not beating around the bush. Okay, we're not saying, hey, you know, how can I help you? Tell me number of bedrooms or bathrooms that you're looking for. All of those things you can find out afterwards. You're going point to the point. Hey, I saw you looking at this house. I can show it to you today or tomorrow or Wednesday. Which day works for you better? Now, you can do the same thing if, let's say, they're looking in a specific city, right? Same text. I noticed you were viewing houses in Phoenix. I can show you a couple of homes today or tomorrow, Wednesday. Which day works for you better? If they don't have a specific house that they looked at, or you see they're looked at maybe 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, 9 houses, okay, and you don't know which one they like this one is probably the one that is going to have like multiple views, like 2, 3, 4, 5 views. And you guys know how to look at the views, right? See how many times they looked at the home, right? You can do that. But this one right here is, if you see there are like 5 or 6 or 7 homes in Phoenix or Glendale, use that. Again, this right here can be canned, guys. This can be, you can use your notes. If you're using iPhone, put it in the notes. That's your text. Every time you're getting a new lead, okay, you copy, paste, change the address or change the city, send. Literally will take you 5 seconds. So every time you're making a phone call and you follow up with a second phone call and they're not answering, okay, you do the video, and if still not responding, then you do a text. So this right here, guys, will literally take a minute of your time. This right here will take you like literally 10 seconds of your time. Okay. Now let's talk about the voice message. The voice message. I'm not a huge fan of leaving voice messages, by the way. I'm not. But let's say, for instance, you called, and let's say you want to leave a message, right? This is the message that you want to leave, I believe, especially when it comes to this market right now. Okay, the number one struggle right now buyers are facing are what?
Oh,
They're having a
No.
tough time getting their offer accepted.
Correct. Limited inventory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when we're calling them, we want to make sure that we mention that, right? Okay. Hi, John. My name is Alan with Best Homes Real Estate. Thank you so much for joining our website, valleyhomesearch.com. Always mention the website name, guys. I know the real estate market is hot and there's limited inventory out there, but I know I can help you to find your next home. I would love to learn more about your plans and have an opportunity to assist you with your real estate needs. Please feel free to call me at 623-261-1866. The focus is right here. I know the real estate market is crazy. I wanted to actually use the word crazy, but I said, all right, I'm not going to do that. Okay, and there's limited inventory out there, but I know I can help you. To find your next home. Okay, again, you can put this in your notes, have it, and every time you're leaving a message, initially, you're probably just going to refer to it, you're going to read it, but then you're going to memorize it, and it's just going to comes off your tongue just like that, like you're talking to right now, like I'm talking to you guys. Any questions about these three messages, guys? Okay. All right, 7 keys to killer follow-up system, okay? You definitely want to make sure you follow this right here. Call leads back early and often, number 1. Number 2, send compelling text, video, voice messages. These are the slides that we went over that. Number 3, approach these calls as genuine and resourceful versus salesy. And I hope I spelled salesy correctly. Okay. Number 4, set up custom searches with at least 20 search results. Go deep, go expand. Even if they tell you they're looking for a specific area, no, you want to have at least 20 search results in the property, with the properties. Why? Because if you just have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, how often do you think you're going to be receiving those properties from you guys? Not that often. Which means that they're going to be looking at other places, which means they're going to think, well, you know what? My agent is probably not doing his job of sending me properties. So the more properties you have in the search results, that's better. Number 5, set up calls and text messages so you know when to follow up on the leads. What I mean by that is use your reminders tool in Sync or KB4. Number 6, set aside time, at least 1 to 2 hours a day, mornings and evenings, to follow up with the leads. Number 6, again, set aside time, at least 1 to 2 hours a day, mornings and evenings, to follow up with the leads. Number 7, keep on top of hot and nurture leads. You get hot leads, you get nurture leads, you definitely want to make sure that you follow up with them as often as possible. There's no such thing as too much follow-up. No such thing. Because again, if you're not following up, somebody else is doing it for you. Okay. And before we wrap up, guys, and of course, you know, your questions are very much appreciated. This is what you gotta think about every time when you get in front of the lead, when you get a lead. Okay, Behind every lead, there's a person, there's a family, there's an opportunity, and possible referral. So each lead can be worth to you anywhere between $6,000, $7,000 upwards of $150,000 in income. Why? Because we treat every lead as an opportunity for you to serve that lead, to serve that client of yours for many, 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 many years to come. I have clients in the last 8 years probably brought me anywhere between $100 to $150,000, $160,000 in gross commission income. Just one client. And I have several clients like that. And these were the leads, like these. So keep that in mind, guys. Every time you get a lead, this is an opportunity for you to help them, to assist them. Opportunity for you to earn their business, to earn their trust. Opportunity for you to help them with their real estate needs. Opportunity for you to make money. Opportunity for you to get referrals. Opportunity for you to change the financial being, your personal financial being, as well as your families. It's a great opportunity. But one thing that I want to tell you is that you got to work them. You got to work these leads. You got to work them, and you have to have a system in place, especially when it comes to follow-up. You do it, and you do it every day, and you do it consistently, things will start happening. Remember what I asked you in the beginning? 50% of your success is resulted from just showing up. The fact that you're going to show up, the fact that you're here this morning, the fact that you're taking notes, the fact that you guys are going to be implementing with everything else that we've been teaching you, you're getting closer and closer to the success. All right, guys, any questions before we wrap up?
I just wanted to add on to the whole follow-up thing, Alan. I mean, obviously, you know, it's the topic of today's discussion. But definitely, you know, like when we talk about new leads, prospecting, you know, it's a contact sport. And same thing goes with the follow-up. You know, like you said, that's why we call twice. That's why you leave text messages. That's why we send videos, because these are all touches that don't require us to be there at the moment of the touch. That's the advantageous part of these text videos, of these emails, is we send it, and whenever they get to it, they get to it, but we've made that touch regardless of us being here. With calls, obviously, like Alan says, that's the one thing that no one else can do for us, is for us to make that phone call, to reach out. That's the one thing the system can't do for us yet. So, you know, definitely, you know, it's a contact sport. You know, if you were to call once, leave one voicemail, maybe send a text. I mean, that's 3 touches in one day. If you call twice and then send a text and an email, you know, you just doubled your chances of getting a hold of them that day, doubled your chances of them thinking about you that day. So again, it's a numbers game. It's a full contact sport that we're in, guys. You know, so I know it's a little weird sometimes to call like a second time right away, you know, or even a third time right away, but it's a contact sport. It's going to double or triple your chances of getting a hold of that lead. And especially, like we said, the follow-up game. If it's been a while since you heard from them, if it's been a while since they logged in, you want to make contact with them. You want to, you know, make sure you're making those little mental deposits to check for your emails. So absolutely, guys, if you guys aren't calling 2 or 3 times in a row, definitely start doing it, and you're going to start to see some more pickups.
Yeah, man. And again, just to kind of reiterate, you know, I mean, again, behind every lead, and we call them leads, but behind every lead, there is a human being. There's a person, you know, there's a family, there's a plan, there's a goal, there's a challenge, there's a struggle. And do we want to be a part of it? Do we want to be part of that experience? Do we want to be part of that journey? Do you want to really help them? Or do we want to just treat them like, oh, just another lead, name and a phone number. Oh, they did not answer today, therefore they're shady lead, and I have better things to do. Now, you have that choice, by the way. We all have that choice. And the choice is yours. But from what I'm telling you, by the way, right now, even though I'm not calling these leads, I have other leads that I call. They're called agents. And I'm sure Alberto's here every day. He hears me pretty much every day. I'm following up with agents every single day. Most of the agents that we get on board that join our company did not raise their hand and said, I want to join you, Alan. Most of them we follow up with multiple times, multiple meetings, multiple conversations. Why? Because I really truly believe in my heart that we're the best platform with the best organization, with the best brokerage where they can succeed, the best. And if I'm not talking to the agents every day, if I'm not bringing value to the agents every day, I'm doing a huge disservice to them. And that's the way you guys got to think about when it comes to these buyer leads as well as the seller leads, or any, it doesn't even have to be the online leads, any lead out there. You have to be in front of them. You got to really show them that you want to earn their business. There are 40,000 agents out there. And there are a lot of agents that are running the same platforms, the same websites, the same scripts, the same everything. Now, are they following the system to the T? Absolutely not. That's where you come in. The reason I was able to get a lot of expired listings and canceled listings and for sale by owner listings in my first 2 to 3 years in business was because I was constantly following up with them, constantly bringing value, constantly, you can call it hounding, whatever, I don't give a shit. But for me, they either list with me or they're dead. That's the mindset I always had. They're either list with me or they're dead. Now, that's a little bit extreme, and I'm not telling you to be that, but this is the mindset you got to have, guys, because, again, in every lead, there's a person, there's a family, there's an opportunity. Every single lead can generate 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 business opportunities for you. But it takes time on your end. It takes effort. It takes for you to guys believe it, trust the system, go after it.
Where do you go?
Okay. All right, guys. Anything else before we go? What do you guys think? Are you guys going to implement this?
Yes.
Please raise your hand. Who's going to implement this? Kelly's going to implement this. All right. Parker is going to implement this. Who else is good? Samantha, Ricardo. All right. Hopefully Martha, Angela. All right. Faye, Faye, how are you, Faye? We haven't seen you, Faye. What's going on there?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. I don't see your hand. Angela. All right, guys. Well, this is it for today. I very much appreciate you. Let's continue sending us your numbers, guys. Let's get it going. Again, measuring, tracking your your daily activities and productivity is going to help you. That's what you're doing. It's for you guys. We don't know how to get better if we don't track. We don't know how to get, how to improve if we don't track. We have to track our numbers. And some of you are seeing some amazing results. All of you are seeing some great results. Joshua last week went on a listing appointment. Kelly's got a few deals going on. Faye is here every day making phone calls. Ricardo's here every day making phone calls, already talking to people. Samantha's got her listing under contract. Now I got to get a buyer under contract, right, Samantha? All right, all of you doing, guys, phenomenal things. All of you. Martha was holding an open house this weekend. Let's continue to do the things that you know we got to do every day to get our businesses growing. You're already starting seeing results. You're all starting seeing results. Okay. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about the 3 categories of leads and how frequently we want to follow up with those leads. So that's the plan on Wednesday. All right, guys. Again, thanks so much, Alberto. Thanks so much, buddy, as always. Okay. And let's have a productive week. Take care, guys.
Have a good one, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alan.
Bye.